Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. On Saturday, the Congress Working Committee met in Delhi, and it was on the backdrop of the fact that a lot of people wanted Gandhis out. They wanted Gandhis out of leadership of Congress, and they wanted to have a new leader. Now, Sonia Gandhi made a couple of statements. Which made national headlines. Let's discuss those statements. So I've got three points I'm going to make today. I'm going to talk about Sonia Gandhi, her statements. I'm going to talk about Rahul Gandhi, of course. I'm going to talk about Prashant Kishor. And I'm going to talk about Sharad Pawar. Let's get right into the show. So Sonia Gandhi made a statement saying that I am full-time and hands-on Congress president. She said, let's make that one thing very clear. Today is the occasion for bringing clarity once and for all. Once and for all, she said, I am telling you, I am the hands-on Congress president. She also made a statement where she said that undoubtedly we face many challenges if we are united, if we are disciplined, and if we focus on the party's interest alone, I'm confident we will do well. See, she was very categoric that ye election nahi hoga. Okay, there is no new election, new president election, all that jazz won't happen. I am the full-fledged working president. I am hands-on president. I am here in office every day, and I am the president. Let us not have any other, misgivings about this. That's what she said. She also said that, Baba, for a change, think in the interest of Congress. She said, think in the interest of Congress rather than going all over the place. And if you think in the interest of Congress, you are a disciplined force, you will get your reward for that. So that's what she said. Now, let us first understand that, before I get into understanding, a lot of people said that, Rahul Gandhi should be made the president. Some people call them court trees, some people call them whatever, psychopaths. But a lot of people said that, Rahul Gandhi should be made the president. And Rahul Gandhi said, listen, if you guys insist, let me consider. If you are there to back me, we will make a difference. And we will technically, what he said, Baba, if you say, I'm willing to be the president. Now, the country, as usual, is divided in this entire situation. A lot of people who have got soft corners for the Congress, not that people who are against the Congress, people who are supportive of Congress, they themselves are divided. They say, listen, yaar, ho gaya, yaar, what is this? Congress, Gandhis are taking it nowhere. Why aren't they stepping down? Let somebody else be the president. The same guys, they say, it was Rahul Gandhi, it was Rahul Gandhi who said that mujhe nahi karna hai, I don't want, or none of my family members are going to be the president of Congress. He only said it. He only ran away to Wayanad. Then why is he coming back and saying, I am interested, I will consider all that? What is this? 6 mahine pehle kuch bolta hai, 6 mahine baad kuch aur bolta hai. So, another group of people, they say that, listen, you know what? Theek hai na? So, she is the president, and if Rahul Gandhi becomes the president, that is good for Congress, because end of the day, like I usually say, show me one other person who can be the president of Congress, who is as popular as Rahul Gandhi. Now, the suggestions that come to me normally are, the fact that, give somebody else a chance, then they will prove themselves. We need to understand this is politics. This is politics. Nobody give anybody chance. Chances are taken, not given. But it never happens. Only father gives son, daughter chance. Okay? Nobody else gives any chance in politics. Politics, you need to take away what you want. That's how politics works. Like I always say, Narendra Modi took the position from L.K. Advani. He took away the position from L.K. Advani. L.K. Advani sulked for some time. But Narendra Modi took that opportunity, took that position from L.K. Advani. That's how politics works. You prove yourself and then stake your claim. Need be, fight for your claim. Show me one person in Congress who has actually proven his worth. And then he wanted to be the president and stood there and took away, staked this claim for the president's position and went on to become or striving to become, working towards becoming the president of Congress. Is there anybody in sight? If there is, please let me know. Please let me know in the comment box below. I will also kind of follow the person's career, because to my mind, there is nobody. To my mind, there is nobody who is actually wanting to stake. If somebody is given it in a platter, then everybody would want to take it. But then, that doesn't work. Number one. Number two, the question I want to ask tonight is, will Congress resolve all its problem if everything is picked up and if the Gandhis are sidelined? If the Gandhis are sidelined, will Congress become the most powerful party in India? Is that how it's going to be? Will the leadership crisis in Congress get resolved if Gandhis are thrown out? Will it happen that way? To my mind, it won't. To my mind, it will only aggravate. Let me again go back to Narendra Modi example. There was LK Advani, and the new person who wanted to stake claim was a gentleman called Mr. Narendra Modi. Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. LK Advani. LK Advani, the already king, the Narendra Modi who wanted to be the king. Two people. There was a conflict, and finally the new person won. Here, there will be 30 other people. There's no clear leader. There is no leader who has done a lot for the party. There is no clear achiever in the party. Nobody. Am I saying therefore Rahul Gandhi is the achiever? No. Am I saying that Rahul Gandhi has done much for the party? No. But compared to all the other people, the only person that I see doing something is Rahul Gandhi and his sister nowadays. So they are the only two people seen. Now, the point is, somewhere down the line, they are the only two people who seems to be talking against the government, who seems to be talking, against the policies of the government or against the policies of the Prime Minister. I don't even see others talking against the government or the policies of the Prime Minister. So, what kind of leadership are we talking about? So, if you throw them out and even they are sidelined, Congress, you think will be a party with a strong leader or with a leaderless party? The crisis will deepen if, to my mind, if the Gandhis are thrown out. The crisis is not going to resolve. Crisis would have resolved if there was another clear leader. You say, remove Gandhi, keep him there or her there, then it would have made sense. I don't see a clear leader happening. So this is what I believe will happen if the Gandhis are taken out and thrown out. Now, that's my point number two. My point number three, I said, I would want to speak about Prashant Kishor. See, Prashant Kishor is a great strategist, is a good strategist, but you see, as consultants, like I say, I come from an advertising background. We were consultants. We consult innumerable number of brands. There are a few ethics that we follow when you are a consultant. Ethic number one, that when I pitch for an account, if I want to pitch for, say, Cadbury's, when I pitch for an account, if Cadbury's feels that we can't work together, that doesn't mean that the next day night I go and I start cribbing about Cadbury, saying that it's a ganda brand tha. You see that this sore loser, normally it's unethical for a consultant to be a sore loser. That if you don't get the business, if you don't get the mandate, then you start cribbing about the brand. Now I'll tell you what I mean by that. You see, it is the same Prashant Kishor. Went and met the siblings. I'm not going to second guess that whether he went to ask for a job, whether he wanted to get into Congress or not. I'm not going to get into all that. Chalo, I assume he didn't. But do you think he went to meet all the way to Delhi to meet the siblings to say that, Arey, you are a GOP. GOP is grand old party. Tumhara to beda gar gaye. Tum nahi hone wala hai. You are finished. Nothing is going to happen. Is that what he went to say there? Obviously, normally it's common sense that is not what he went to say there. He had an idea, he had a vision, he had a dream for Congress, and which he wanted to try and sell to the Gandhis. He wanted the Gandhis to collaborate with him, either work with him or work for him or whatever. He wanted them to do something for him and he would do something for them in return. So he went there for a mutual benefit. And if you would go to a person for mutual benefit only if you think that person can deliver something to you, na? So once you go for a mutual benefit, the guy said, and then day after tomorrow, you say, Arey, grand old party, useless party, beda gark, nothing is going to happen on that party. That party will, one thing here, nothing will help in that party and all that. What are you talking about? You're a sore loser. And most importantly, you're going against the ethics of a consultant. The fact that you jump, chairs according to your convenience, sometimes sitting in the client's chair, sometimes sitting in a party as party member, then sitting as consultant, then again jumping to the party member, then again consultant, you have to make up your mind what you want to be. But if you are not, That's okay. That's your problem. That's your. But then, just because somebody doesn't want to tie up with you, somebody doesn't want to work with you, somebody is not very comfortable, doing business with you, or somebody is not doing somebody is not comfortable to, use your consultancy services. The next day morning, go to press and say GOP, useless, nothing, all gone, all finished. Does that make sense? As a consultant, I believe, and I think a lot of people who are consultants in watching this show will agree to me that as a consultant, ethically, no. If you pitch for a business, you don't get that business, fair enough. You don't get that business. Forget about that business. You don't go next day morning to crib about that business or say bad things about that business. That's against consultancy, and that is being a very sore loser. This is what I wanted to tell about Prashant Kishor. Last point, I want to talk about Sharad Pawar. You see, Congress needs somebody to give them an objective. Congress needs somebody to pull all their leaders together in one room and make them see a direction. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi clearly is not able to do that. Therefore, I am not saying Mr. Sharad Pawar should be the president of Congress. I am not even saying Sharad Pawar should align with the Congress. He will not. He will run his NCP. But I am saying the only person, even if as a guest, even if as a well-wisher of Congress, even if as a person who will stand to benefit if Congress is powerful, Sharad Pawar should be called in one of the CWC meetings, and Sharad Pawar should make each and every member of Congress, as president of NCP, not as anything to do with Congress, as an outsider. But Sharad Pawar is a person who should make all of them sit together and give them a direction, give them a goal. And that is what will make a huge difference to Congress. No Prashant Kishor can repair Congress, or no other people can, but a Sharad Pawar can. You know why? Because a Kapil Sibal will equally listen to a Sharad Pawar as much as a Sonia Gandhi would. Both of them will listen to what he has to say. Both of them will give them a heed. Both of them will take what he says very, very seriously, and a lot of them may not question him much. Question his wisdom much. So therefore, I think the solution to Congress problem is to get a Sharad Pawar, to make him sit with the entire party top notches and give the party a direction so that the party can move in that direction. Congress needs direction. Then they can talk about leadership. Because currently, Congress neither has leadership nor a direction. But somewhere down the line, therefore, that's the end of Congress. So Congress over, Congress's GOP, grand old party and all that jazz, I don't believe. Okay, this is a cycle. Every party goes through the cycle. And I'm sure somewhere down the line, Congress will bounce back. This may possibly help the party to bounce back faster. That's what I wanted to speak tonight. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.